Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my people. My people, my people. My people, I call on her 3 times. Now, how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Fellow Biafrans, the question is this. What do we really want? Do we want freedom? Or do we just want to do saga for the sake of doing saga? Or do we also want freedom only when it's coming from those that we know and those we like, those we are in a team with, those that we have a cabal with, those that we are in agreement with? My people, what do we really want? Don't forget, all what Nnamdi Kanu did for us for all these great years, he was in a struggle doing awareness. In the coming of Obatobie, for 2 years, we left the struggle. We're now in a liberation phase. Liberation means men on ground to liberate, to protect the land. And right now, from the 29th of November, 2024, we entered into a new phase where we now have a country, the rebirth of a nation known as Biafra. And the sole goal of this new nation is to implement Biafra in Biafra land. What do I mean? It means that the way we do things now could change. The approach when we use, when we're doing just awareness, it was okay to do it only on radio. Back then, Nnamdi Kanu was struggling to get what? A radio antenna. A radio signal, to buy a radio transformer. That was what he was fighting for. Because during that time, the awareness age, the age of awareness. Then when he entered the struggle stage, where we now had men on ground, the ESN and the rest, we're now going into a transition towards implementing Biafra. When he told us to pray the book of Psalms, and while in the process, as we pray the book of Psalms, unfortunately, I repeat, unfortunately, some of the Biafrans with him, those they call the DOS, those in government, those in Southeast, the politicians in Southeast, the governors in Southeast, they worked hand in hand to sell Nnamdi Kanu to the Fulani cabal. That was how they found him in Kenya, and the rest was history. Through an extraordinary rendition, they kidnapped him and sent him to Nigeria. Masiam, during that stage, was the stage of trying to actualize Biafra. Because we're going into prayer mode. We're praying. After prayer comes war. Nnamdi Kanu was ready to take the bull or grab the bull by the horns. After prayer comes war. Unfortunately, they took him out. And they thought that was the end of Biafra. Simon Ekpa now came with his own approach. We now left the stage or the age of awareness. The age of agitation, because to the DOS, they are still doing agitation. They're agitating. They call it struggle. They struggle. They struggle. We don't pass the stage of struggle. But some people unconsciously, unconsciously, in the subconscious mind, they are still saying, oh, we're in this struggle. We're in this struggle. We have passed the stage of struggle to call a spade a spade. In the age of Simon Ekpa, we moved. There was a transition, a quick transition from struggle to liberation. Hence, we now had the BLA, the Biafra Liberation Army, to liberate the people, to liberate the land. And before you know it, there was sit at home constantly. And also, the Nigerian Zoo military, they were now scared to stay for the land of Biafra. Then they run. Before your eyes, we saw Musa was crying left, right, and center. But unfortunately, the deaf, dumb, and blind Biafrans will not understand the time, the sign they were seeing on the wall. They could not read the time. They thought we were still in a struggle. Some say we did for awareness. The one they call Mr. 7,000 teeth. Just 4 months ago, he said, we are still doing awareness. Mitsula said, we were still doing awareness in a program when they asked him. Some still say we are in a struggle. Unsoji, if you ask him now, he will say, we are still in a struggle. I watched him yesterday, where he was exposing Ikenga Uruagu, and he was saying this struggle, this struggle, this struggle. He was there from the beginning. This struggle, this struggle. The language is the problem. We left struggle and we moved into liberation. Simon Ekpa has the master plan. And at the end of the liberation, we were supposed to enter into the redeclaration of Biafra and the implementation of Biafra in the motherland. That is where we are now. So during the liberation, yes, the men on ground, they were our all and all. The end all and be all were the men on ground. The Alpha and the Omega was the men on ground, because now them they showed Nigeria say Biafra is our land. Even when they call them rebels and terrorists, they came with the song, don't call me rebel, Nigeria soldier, don't call me rebel. I mean, you know, that song, when I heard that stuff, I was so happy. That time, it was all about the men on ground to show force that we had power to control and sustain our land. But something has happened. In the absence of Obatobi, because Nigeria knew what they were doing, they understood where we were going. So in the absence of Obatobi, when Nigeria went to Finland to blackmail him, in the absence of Obatobi, something happened in Finland. There was a reason why we all went to Finland. My people, there was a reason why we went to Finland from November 29th till December 3rd, 2024. We went to Finland to redeclare Biafra. I know that the main date was December 2nd, but as destiny would have it, we were in a convention from the 29th till the 3rd. So if you are saying 29th or 2nd, it is either or neither here nor there. It's like saying tomato or tomato. As long as not vegetable or fruit, you can still use to cook food. 29th was the date we redeclared Biafra, because we saw the handwriting on the wall saying Nigeria get plan against us, even in Finland. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying all that to say this. The moment we redeclare Biafra, listen, no. The moment we redeclare Biafra, it means say we don't redeclare our country. The country that was managed and run by Ojukwu from 1967 to 1970. We don't redeclare them. So once you redeclare a nation, now your task don't be very, very big. The spectrum of the job you are doing, it means say the scope of what you want to do, it don't pass just the stage of men on ground, men on ground. Some of you are making a mistake. I know, yes, we love our men on ground, but what we are doing now, it don't big past that stage of talking about only men on ground, men on ground, men on ground. Because now what we need to do is to support the men on ground, yes, but think now as a country. No country in the world go only to support some few states within the country and have your men, your military men only in some few states. No, you must protect the whole country. So the concept coming from Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, where he say we must to establish every state. Every state will have their own command. That's how it should be done. But some of them, you are still making the mistake by thinking, just like the DOS, they are thinking about struggle. They are thinking about, awareness. Some of you are still thinking that we are still in the liberation phase, where we now had the Biafra Liberation Army, and they were the only front we had to deal with. Get the money, do the fundraising, get the money and give to them. Job done. Make some money online, do some donation, buy some, buy this and that, give to them, and job done. But when you are in a country, you go beyond that scope. Because right now, all the money where we raise, all the money will not go to men on ground. What we are doing now, from what I'm seeing, me looking from the outside, what I think the government is doing now is that they won't also let the whole world know. Then they write to the whole world. Then they put structures for ground as a country will look like. With the right to the whole world, telling them, say, make una con acknowledge us, recognize us. We they lobby them. We they try to make them see what they do. That's the stage where we did now. And also, there should be a drastic change in the thinking of the men on ground. Case in point, the one they call Gentle. Because from the video you watch now, the defense team or secretary department, the defense department, they don't come to respond to Gentle, Commander Gentle. Because he is still thinking about when we're still trying to do the liberation stage. Him don't understand, say, things don't change. The means of communication now don't change. The modus of operandi don't change. What did I mean? Those men, when they're on ground now, before they say they want more money now, we now have a country. So you have to go to the department, communicate with the structure when they for ground for the department. You will not be coming and calling the name of Dr. Ungozora Buizi for no reason. You don't expect, for example, Donald Trump to carry cash, give the military. Donald Trump to carry cash, give the Navy. Donald Trump to carry cash, give the police of America. It's not done that way. In a country, it is different. In a struggle, yes, the head can do that. Men on ground, they give them cash, they direct. But once you don't become a country, things go change. If you need money for anything, for your, your walking stick, your granite, your flashlight, your torchlight, whatever you want to call it, you must follow the channel. And for the channel, it will now go to the Minister of Defense or the Secretary of Defense. Things don't change. In a country, things don't change. Also, before I play this video for now, I want that to understand, say, when we're in the liberation phase, those in the media, those who are independent, they can be saying some things directly to men on ground. Although, Simon Ekpa wants to say nobody must communicate with the men on ground. Now, I see why he said it. Because now, people, they come, they boast, they bamba, saying that then Sabi men on ground pass the government of Biafra. It means they have gone against the instruction given by Simon Ekpa when he said nobody should communicate with the men on ground. So anybody who is giving you news, updates, information about the men on ground, should know, say, yes, you are giving information of a truth, but the more you give more information, the more you go against the instruction given by our Prime Minister. Not to communicate with the men on ground. Not to communicate with the men on ground. Not to interview the men on ground. Not to play a voice message from the men on ground. Not to take a phone call with the men on ground. Not to email the men on ground. Fellow Biafrans, this is where the mistake is. Because I don't look this thing well. I look and say the mistake, what would they make me say? For our head, some of us still think, say, we are in a liberation phase. Where we are proving to Nigerian military, say, come here and chop the water. We don't pass that stage now because those men do well When we were in the liberation phase, those men, the commanders, Butuzo and his men, Gentle, they did very well because they hold their ground. It can't give us the confidence to redeclare Biafra. So now when we did for this new stage, now when we did this new government, allow the government to now do the right thing. The modus of operandus go change. It means, say, the mode of operation go change now. From the 29th of November, things don't change. You cannot call the Prime Minister anyhow. You cannot communicate with the Deputy Prime Minister anyhow. You must go through the channel. That is my problem I have with some people. When they make video, they shout the name of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze as if you guys are mates. That's the problem I have with you guys. So I saw the video of our brother, Commander Gentle, the Yahoo. I saw his video. Where him swear. Say, Ugo, you talk, say, make I come out my shoe to swear. Here am I come out my shoe to swear. Say, I never get any money from Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. That alone is a mistake from his own side. Because he's assuming that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze go call and say, one name, take some cash to do. No, we don't pass that stage. You must follow the channel. To get the money, you follow the channel. Don't expect Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to give anybody money. Start thinking like a country. She's the head, yes. In the absence of Simon Ekpa, she's the head now. But guess what? There are other secretaries when they're out there for health, for the defense, or for finance, or whatever. They also have a job to do. That's what we are saying here. They have a job to do. So make we allow themselves do their own job. They have portfolio. They have an office to run. When it comes to money for men on ground, do not refer to Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. You go to the channel through the Secretary of Defense, because now them they deal with anything with budget for military, gear and the rest of them. That's all we are saying here. Biafrans, start thinking this way, and you will not put all the blame on Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Things don't change. The mode where we use the operate now don't change. We are now in a country. Put that in your mind. Say, we are now in a country. You understand? The number one priority we have now to find a way to lobby and seek the recognition from all the whole countries around the whole world. So in fact, we should be spending more money now on lobbying. When I say lobbying, I don't mean that one when they call Elias Garasoliso. No. Because what he did is unforgivable. But we need to start lobbying now. The money where we raise, we start to the lobby. We start to hire international lawyers. You see, people that can play that role to help us, to mitigate and discuss with some countries. Communicate by the services of some ex-presidents. You see me, left to me, there is a way I will follow this thing go. There is a way I'll follow this thing go in under 6 months. Or I'll say in under 1 year. I can tell if road there somewhere or road not there somewhere. Because to call a spade, to tell you this fact now, we know, say, Nigeria don't love us. The only thing they love about us is the oil and gas from our land. The average tribe in that so-called Nigeria, they see we the Biafrans as the problem. Go to the Yoruba land, not all of them, but go to the Yoruba land. Even though say no Igbo man don't carry gun, AK-47 to kill somebody to steal their land for Yoruba land. But whenever, because I've been watching my brother, what's his name again, Koiki, whenever he is doing a video, people when they call, people when they comment, he is doing a video about the Fulani they come for Yoruba land. People when they call say, but I want Igbo, I want Igbo, I want Igbo. Oh my God, they go leave the Fulani. They say, but the Igbos now, we have taken their land though. The Igbo. Koiki is doing a video exposing the Fulani herdsmen coming to their land. But the callers go say, well, yes, but the Igbo so, keep our eyes on, don't trust them, the Igbo so, and I wonder what's going on. So deep inside, in all the whole tribes, they don't love us. What the oligarchs love is the oil and gas. So if it is left to me, the job is very, very easy. Because it's all about interest. Nobody will come and serve you milk and bread because they love you. No. They are thinking about the money they will make from you when you buy their milk and their bread. In economics, they say the bakery man wakes up 6 a.m. in the morning to make you a hot bread, not because he loves you, but the money, he's after the money he will make off you before you go to work. In economics, they go say the bakery man, that man when they bake bread, him don't watch you now. He no say 8 o'clock in the morning, you are in the bus, you are in your car, about to go to work. So him go wake up around 5:30, put bread for oven, make the hot bread be ready for 6 a.m. so that you will now come and buy the bread. When you buy the bread, you pay him some money, you go make your tea, you fry egg, you fry plantain, chop on with the bread, and you go to work. He is doing that every day, not because say he love you. Or for naya, passion, love, no. He is doing that not because he loves you, but his interest, his selfish interest, to make the money, to be the first man to make money from you before you go to work. That's what they say in economics. It's all about interest. A win-win approach. A favor for a favor. So in this thing called Biafra, if it's left to me to say, okay, I want to win you over, I want you to recognize me, all I have to do is I'll be going for what? Seminars, workshops, symposium, dinner dates with all the who is who. With all the who is who. I will look backwards. I will look in the land of Biafra. I will check what they call the analysis, what they call it again? The comparative analysis and the competitive analysis. I go analyze, say, what do we have that the people they need? What do we have in the land of Biafra that America needs? Lord have mercy. What do we have that Germany may appreciate? Even France, when they like say he's hanging with Tinubu, what do we have that France will be keen on? What do we have that even China go need right now? When you don't break down those resources. Now, don't be selfish, greedy, and stupid. Because sometimes when you are selfish and not thinking with your head, you are thinking with your heart, that's when you make mistakes. To call a spade, Ojukwu made a mistake in 1967, 1968. Because when the lobbyists came, those that were supposed to support us, they came with a deal. They came with an offer. Say, okay, we will give you all what you need in arms and ammunition. But this oil, we need ammo. So for so and so years, we shall be able to explore your oil, and all those things. He was thinking with his heart. He said, no, now, this is what we are fighting for. Once we win Nigeria, we can control our oil. But he forgot, say, all these years, we have not been in control of the oil. Till this date, as we speak, the gas, the oil well, we the Biafrans, we don't control it. Despite it's in our backyard. So if it's left to me, what our prime minister should be doing now, not men on ground. Men on ground, yes, we take care of them. But what the PM and DPM should be doing now is traveling around the whole world. Letting the whole world know we are open for business. Biafra is open for business. You meet the ex-governors. You meet the ministers for oil, gas, exploration, resources around the whole world. Discuss with them, say, Biafra, we are open for business. We have redeclared our country on the 29th of November 2024 in Latin Finland. Now, between us, I'm looking at you and saying, how can I help your country? How can I help the oil companies in your country? We are open for business. How can we discuss? What are your needs when it comes to gas and oil? Write down to us. This is our head office in Washington, the USB office. Write to us, and our foreign affairs ministers will discuss. That's all you have to say. That is all you have to say. How can we be of help to your country? We have oil and gas. We know your economy is based on brain-based economy. A country like in the UK, I believe what they have is, they've got the skills for IT, banking, and the rest of them. You go to them and say, okay, I know you are dealing with Nigeria, but all your oil companies, you call them, how can we be of help for you guys? We are open for business. How much is Nigeria giving you for the deal you are doing in Biafra land? How much? Okay, we are going to double it. That's how, or that's what I expect the government is doing now. Not just to write, please help us, we declared our freedom, our independence on November 29th, and please come and help us. You're wasting. I hope that's not what our government is doing, just begging and begging. No. The days of begging is gone. No. What you should be doing now is going and giving them an offer they cannot refuse. Give them an offer they cannot refuse. How can I be of help to you? What service do you want? Consider it done. Whatever they tell you, you say, consider it done. Do you know why? Do you know why I'm saying that? We the Biafrans, to call a spade, from 1962, oil was discovered in Biafra land. I believe in one of the articles, they found oil somewhere on a very large amount, and the Queen of England wept. She said, what have we done? We gave them the independence, and suddenly there is a large amount of crude oil of high quality found. What have we done? The Queen wept. I read that article from some of the findings I had back then. They said the Queen wept. But guess what? From 1960 till 2025, we the Biafrans, that oil has been a curse to us. It's a blessing, it's in the land of Biafra, but it's been a curse to the people of Biafra. What do I mean? We have never been in control of the oil. All the proceeds from oil is being controlled by the Fulani cabal and their stooges. All the oil wells, 90% is controlled by foreigners, not the Biafrans. Even when it comes to the fiscal policies, monetary policies done by the government, you cannot feel it in Biafra land. In Biafra land, what you are seeing happening there is more of the entrepreneurial spirit of the private investors. Umwaka, children with handwork doing business. Now they build or they develop our own side. But when you go to the north or you go to southwest, you will see the presence of the fiscal and monetary policies taking place. The presence of government. Government, they build railway to help for Yoruba land, for Hausa land, from the proceed of crude oil. When you go to Biafra land, the owner of the oil, there is nothing like that there. So what does that tell you? It means all these years, from 1960 to 2025, the Biafrans has been succeeding, excelling, living our life without revenue from oil. We've done all what we did in our land without proceeds from oil. So if a company comes and tells you, say, okay, we can lobby for you, a cartel means coming together of some oil companies, for example. A conglomerate means coming together of some businessmen, different businesses coming together, and they come with a proposal for us. Say, okay, we saw your prime minister or your deputy prime minister, she came to our country saying that they are open for business when it comes to oil and gas and some untapped resources. They are open for business. Come and tell us what you can offer. If they come and give you any deal, my people, please, you take the first offer. To the Biafran government, this is how you do it. It's all about needs and wants. It's all about supply and demand. And the reason why we will follow this school of thoughts, the reason why we should do it this way is because from 1960 till today, Biafrans, we have not got a good taste of that oil. All the money, now Fulani, they enjoy them. And some of their cronies from Southwest. So guess what? Even if a company should come and say, okay, we shall give you your freedom, we shall make you a country, a nation in 6 months. But for your oil and gas, so we go manage them. We go do everything. But the cost will be 80 to 20. 80% go to the company and their conglomerates. 80% goes to the cartel, the cartel of that country and their subsidiaries around the whole world. And only 20% comes to we the Biafrans for the oil and gas. If they offer someone like me that offer, I go bite their hand self-join for the offer. Why? Because for all these years, we have not been in control of the oil. The oil has been the cost to us. Those other people, they hate us with a passion. The reason why they shout one Nigeria is because of the oil in the land of Biafra. They hate us now. They don't love us. They are only, accommodating us because of that oil. Biafrans follow who no road. So this is what I expect the government should be doing now. Our deputy prime minister should be busy flying around the whole world with her, with the secretary for what? For foreign affairs. Even the secretary for resources should be one of the main people now. That department should be very, very hot because now you they control oil and gas in Biafra land. So anywhere the PM is going, anywhere the deputy PM is going around the whole world, the secretary for what? For resources. Natural resources should be following. Discuss and say, we are open for business. All what we need is to implement Biafra. Before you know it, now they go, Before you know it, they go come there, US come say, okay, the Biafrans, they are Christians. And they are saying they want their freedom. Before you know it, Nigeria go come begin beg us, say, please now, we are brothers, please now. Biafra, please don't go that way now. We say, no, it's too late. It is too late. Biafrans follow who no road. So please, today, I'm calling out on the government of Biafra. I am suggesting this one out. I know that the zoo, when they hear this now, they'll be panicking. But please, to the government of Biafra, just like in economics, where they say supply begets its own demand. According to the man they call Jean-Baptiste, one of the great economists of the world, he said, and I quote, supply begets demand. Supply begets its own demand. It means the higher the supply, the higher the demand. Although the one they call the Keynesian school of thought, John Bernard Keynes said, no. He said, demand begets supply. Demand begets supply. It means the higher the demand, the higher the supply. The lower the demand, the lower the supply. According to the Keynesian school of thought. I'm going deeper now with this one. But I think in the case of the Biafrans, we have to follow the Say's school of thought. S-A-Y-S, Says. His name is Say, S-A-Y. John Baptist Say, like in your Bible, John the Baptist. His name is John Baptist Say. According to him, supply begets the demand. It means, say, if you supply something, you will get a demand. So, in the case of we the Biafrans, for the fact, say, that oil, no be with the controller. For the fact, say, since 1960 till date, Nigeria, the Fulani Cabal, the oligarchs, now them they enjoy our oil. Because of that fact, I go say, make we follow the Say's school of thought. Say supply begets demand. When you supply the oil, when you supply the gas, through a deal, through a partnership, it will bring a demand. It will give us what we need. My people, follow who know road. At this point, I will leave it for the government to do what they want to do. I am only suggesting. If it is left to me, I swear to God, within 6 to 9 months, I will come out and tell you all, say, okay, the Biafrans, so based on what we have done, I can assure you, Biafra is here. Because sometimes the mistake our people make is that they go into a negotiation and they go with their heart. Hey, no, now. You know, that the resources, we are the owner now. We own the gas, we own the oil. How can we give them 70%? It's unfair now. Let's tell them 60%, or let's tell them 50-50. That's where you're making a mistake. Because in the case of we the Biafrans, our case they unique in the sense we have not been enjoying that oil. Even when it comes to job, oil company, go and check now. Those when they work there now, go and check NNPC. Go and check those who are there. Go and read. Go and do your research. It will blow your mind. Even the job will not get them. The oil, the proceeds, the revenue they are making, we know they smell them for Biafra land. So my people, to the government, I'm saying this out. The best way, or one of the best ways to get this implementation stuff up and running is to give the world an offer they cannot refuse. Because guess what? Even if the deal for our oil and gas, even if it is 90-10, it means 90% to those companies, those countries where need oil badly, and 10% to us. You and I know, say, even that 10%, if we put on for Biafra land, in 10 years' time, Biafra land will be one of the wonders of the world. Because we are known for business. We are known for what? For business. So with the 10%, we can build our seaport. With the 10%, we shall build one of the best international airports around the whole world. With the 10%, we will begin build business and shopping plazas. Because you know, say, we are good in business. And I assure you, ordinarily with that 10%, it will be more than a surplus than what Nigeria has been putting or investing in Biafra land when it comes to oil and gas. Fellow Biafrans, this is my field. This is what I do. I told you guys about the time, sometimes when we are working, some African people that are coming to take loan. Some African dignitaries coming to take loan, and they'll be begging us, please now, my son, you are a black man, no, please, beg them to give us loan, This is my field. I hope the government is thinking that way. Don't go on the table and you are discussing 60-40. No, go to them just like, oh my God, let me not go to that place. Let me not go to that place. I would have said, just like in a red line zone, where you see those call girls, those prostitutes. Sometimes those that patronize them, it wasn't even their plan to stop at the red light zone and pick one of those girls up. No, it's not their plan. But the supply begets the demand, because the way they dress, the way they look at you as you are driving your car, they look at you somehow. They will entice you, and some of those men, they will stop their car, pick them in, and go and do what they, the nonsense they do. So in our own case, we know that oil and gas has been a problem. It's been a cost to us, because Nigerian government, the Fulani, they've been killing us because of that. We've bled our blood because of the oil and gas in our land. So please, going forward, to the government, from my own perspective, I'm just speaking as an independent media. From my own perspective, you are even taking too much time writing to those countries, to acknowledge us. When you are writing, first of all, your priority will be target those countries that are in high need for what we have. And in your write-up, you talk to them, greet them, and say, look, we are open for business. All we need is your support. Once we have it, you bring in your technocrats to come and discuss oil and gas and give us an offer. They should consider the offer done. If you can help us in actualizing our dream of becoming an independent country and nation, they will jump to the offer immediately. They will jump to it. That's how we should be thinking now, because that oil and gas has been a devil in our land. But by God's grace, when we have our nation, and those countries that helped us to regain our nation, to implement our nation, when they're enjoying the oil and gas, maybe for 20 years, 30 years, I don't give a damn. 100 years, I don't give a damn. We'll now have the chance to show the world who we really are. Say, come, it's not about this oil and gas thing. We have the brain-based economy. Our brain na computer. When it comes to business, we are kings and queens of business and the rest. So I said all that to say this. To the men on ground, your assignment don't change. Your rule of engagement has changed. From the 29th of November, when we redeclared Biafra, from that day, your rule of engagement changed. If you need the money for your granuts, for your walking stick, or your flashlight or torchlight, whatever you want to call it, you must now go through a channel. Go through the department when they take care of the defense. Now them will come look, discuss with you, and before you know it, the financial minister will now have to remit some pepper for you to use buy your granite and flashlight. At this point, I want us to hear one of the members of the defense secretary. Hear the way they spoke in terms of their response to our very good brother, Commander Gen to the Yahoo. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen, and I'll wrap it up from there. Thank you and God bless.
We must be patient. Maybe if the money was paid into the wrong account, it may take some time to unravel. These things are what we are doing. But what we have not done is to sit idly by and watch our generals suffer, like he is accusing everybody and denigrating our hard-working DPM. So, Biafrans, today, I want to ask you to please be patient with this government and continue to support your government. For those who have decided that because a little thing has come up on the social media, instead of finding a way to continue to work with their government, they have opted out to sit on the fence and wait it all out. Is that how we are going to claim our land? Because of one person or the other is lying or coming up with allegation that is unfounded, it will make us to go, Gaga, is that how we are going to run Biafra? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have an option to do the right thing and get our PM out. The world is watching us. They have accused him of incitement. We all know what that means. They are saying how coordinated we are. You see that all these accusations coming up and down here and there, and you think it's ordinary. No, it's not. We must understand that DSS Nigeria, we must understand that British intelligence network and other intelligence networks around the world are at work. They are trying to disorganize the government. We all went to Finland and we made this declaration on the 29th of November 2024. Is that going to be in vain? I don't think so.
Let's say you want to buy or sell crypto.
I think so. So, Biafrans, we all know the truth when we hear one. I want you to know that this Defense Department will not fail you. Sometimes it might seem as if there is no action happening. Remember, this is still the transition period. And that transition has not been so smooth. We have challenges, and those challenges still exist as we speak. And we are doing everything within our power to overcome. And I believe very strongly that with your help, we will overcome. We will not end up in pointing, blaming fingers and looking for a point of blame instead of looking for a way to support the government. That will lead us to nowhere. It will only lead us to doom. So the people of Biafra, you have a choice to make. I have told you everything you need to know about the individual, about the gentleman, a general that our DPM does not even joke with. I remember what happened the first time that this broadcast came up. What I said to the DPM, and I know how she responded. She admonished me because she placed a very high trust and confidence in the performance of this gentleman. I want this to remain so. Let it not be that after all, what will cause this destabilization of this government will come from each and every one of us or any of us. We must at all times conduct ourselves in such a way that the world will see us as serious people. Biafra is special to you. It is special to me. It might not be so special to the world, those who are ganging up against us. We must not gang up against ourselves. So be rest assured that the government has resolved to continue with this investigation, that maybe in the next few days, this investigation will complete and it will be concluded, and we will determine the next course of action. We do not have anything at this point against this gentleman who made this broadcast, but we urge him to sheath his sword, because those feeding him with wrong information are agents of destabilization. They don't mean well for him. We all knew what happened during DOS era, how they connived and killed our brothers and sisters who once fought with them for the same purpose, which we are fighting today. Today, we continue that journey, the journey to Biafra land. So, my people, make up your mind today not to go out on the social media every day. The only thing you are looking for is something that will help you to tear down your government. Only go out there to look for something that will help you build your government. Especially those of us in diaspora. Are we not tired being out here? Is it not time for us to think smart and go home? I think I'm tired being out here. I think it is time for me to go home. I don't know about you. Those in homeland, do you truly love what is happening? Is the situation on ground not telling you anything? Do you still believe that there is hope in Nigeria? Is it not time for you to give it everything and make it work? Is it not time to stop Iswimi? Is it not time for that? Is it not time to stop this finger pointing? If you still believe that it is not time, I don't know when will be the time. But for me, the time is now. It is even past due. I will not continue to make this speech, but I'm going to conclude it now so that for people who may have one question or two, they will have that opportunity to do so that we'll be able, hopefully, to provide an answer. Always remember, we deal always with classified information. When you come and you prepare to hear it all, that is when we begin to have problems. There are a few things that you may not hear immediately. During that space that didn't continue, I gave an example with one time when our leader, Martin Nandikano, called for defense fund. People threw all kinds of allegations against him, accusing him of embezzlement and all kinds of stuff. They called for accountability. Accountability is good, but it depends on how you are calling it. There is cabinet level accountability. It is accepted. It's only limited people that will say it. Sometimes when you come out and begin to naked yourself in the public and wash your dirty clothes, you are only giving your enemy the advantage. So they kept calling him Nnamdi Kanu and calling him names until he decided to come to the public and show that account. Finally, it was only 2,500. That was why the whole world was calling him. He is happy today. He's enjoying. He's living happily in the UK because of the defense fund. Today, people are calling names to people in this cabinet, calling them names that they are embezzling money. We contribute money. You put it in your pocket. The most unfortunate thing is that most of the people who are making these allegations have not even contributed a dime. However, I want to use this opportunity also to thank those who are consistently supporting their government. Little by little, even it doesn't matter if it was $1 that you have. This country needs this money more than anything. We need it now. Thank you, Biafrans. And may God continue to lead us until we finally settle in Biafra. It's Onyami here. Thank you.
Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.